Listen, I think Mike Tomlin is going to have his first losing season this year if Russell Wilson is the starting quarterback. But if he starts Justin Fields week 1, Justin Fields gives the Steelers a better chance to make it to the playoffs than they do with Russell Wilson. Even though Russ is a better passer than Justin Fields, which at this point of his career, I don't think is by that big of a margin, Justin Fields makes the Steelers offense so scary when it comes to the run game. You put Justin Fields at quarterback in that backfield with Jalen Warren and Najee Harris, one of the best running back duos in the league, this instantly becomes a top 5 rushing attack. And you can find a way to have a sustainable offense with the top 5 rushing attack, with Justin Fields' ability to run the football at a high level, and with the running backs that he has behind him in the backfield, capable with the improved offensive line. The Steelers want to be a run-heavy team anyway. And if the offensive line is as good this year as what Steeler fans believe that it will be, then who cares if Justin Fields holds on to the ball too long? Chicago's offensive line wasn't that good last year. So if you have an offensive line in Pittsburgh that's better than what he had to work with in Chicago, and he's holding the ball for 3 seconds and the Steelers O-line gives him 4 seconds to pass, then who gives a damn if he holds on to the ball too long when the offensive line is going to give him enough time to find open wide receivers? Justin Fields has a lot of untapped potential that I think Arthur Smith could end up being able to unleash. Desmond Ridder wasn't that bad in certain games that I watched. The problem with Desmond Ridder was that he would move you downfield, but once you get into the red zone, that's where his flaws got magnified. He didn't really do a good job of taking care of the football, and that's a big no-no when you're a QB in today's NFL. You can't have turnovers, especially once you get inside the red zone area. I look at a guy in Justin Fields, and I see somebody that just has so much potential and so much upside compared to a guy in Grandpa Russ who's 35 years old and is on the decline. Justin Fields, with the talent that the Steelers have, you got George Pickens, who is one of the better deep threats in the league. Justin Fields is one of the best deep ball throwers in the NFL. He also was one of the highest graded quarterbacks in passes for 20 plus yards or more, according to PFF. There are some really big strengths in Justin Fields' game that could be a really big asset to the Steelers this year. Russell Wilson isn't that good of a passer, and there's not a big gap between him and Justin Fields. Russell Wilson can't see in the middle of the field, and Justin Fields struggles to read defenses. Both of these QBs have their flaws. I don't really think there's a big gap between them, but where there is a big gap is Justin Fields' playmaking ability and his athleticism compared to Russell Wilson's. Yes, it is a passing league, but the Steelers aren't going to do a lot of damage throwing the football. And Justin Fields is a better fit in Arthur Smith's system than what Russell Wilson is because it's play action pass based. Getting your quarterback outside the pocket and letting him move and utilize his legs. Justin Fields is a better fit because he's just a better athlete than what Russell Wilson is. We seem to forget that he's one of the best dual threat quarterbacks of all time statistically. And not too long ago, he finished top 10 in MVP voting. The upside is there. You have a quarterback that if it wasn't for Chicago having the number 1 overall pick and the ability to draft one of the greatest quarterback prospects ever, he still would have been their starter. I think right now Justin Fields is a better QB than what Russell Wilson is. If Russell Wilson was still good, Denver wouldn't have taken an all-time high dead cap hit to get rid of him. I really believe that the way the Steelers season is going to go this year is that they start out 2-5, they bench Russell Wilson, and then all of a sudden they go on a win streak with Justin Fields. Mike Tomlin, with the kind of coach that he is, being a great motivator, he's going to be able to speak to Justin Fields' soul. He's going to be able to get Justin Fields believing in himself and playing his best football. I really believe that Justin Fields is going to be the answer for the Steelers at quarterback this year. With what he brings to the run game, it's going to have a way bigger impact than anything that Russell Wilson is going to bring to the table. The Steelers aren't going to have a good passing game with Russ. At best, this is a top 18 passing attack. But with Justin Fields, though, your passing attack still won't be that good, but your rushing attack, though, is going to be good enough that could catapult you to having another winning season and making it to the postseason if you're Mike Tomlin. Because the Steelers' identity is going to be running the football. And you're not really going to be able to have the amount of creativity that you would with Justin Fields at the helm if you start Russell Wilson. I'm a really big believer in Justin Fields and what he could potentially do in the black and gold this season if given the opportunity. And I really disagree with how the Steelers have handled this quarterback situation. Russell Wilson hasn't shown us anything since he got traded from Seattle to show us that he should be given the starting quarterback job without receiving competition for it. The Steelers said that this was going to be a quarterback battle, and we've yet to see it because all they've done is pretty much given Russell Wilson the keys to the Ferrari. And at this point, it looks like Russell Wilson is going to crash that thing only a month of having the keys. I'm excited to see what Justin Fields does this year when his number gets called, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when he ends up starting this year, because it's going to happen. I don't see Russell Wilson lasting. That's not me hating. That's just me being honest. Quarterbacks can't play at a high level for their whole entire career. Eventually, they start to regress, and we've seen significant regressing out of Russell Wilson the last couple of years he's been in Denver. Meanwhile, you look at Justin Fields, this is somebody that still has a lot of potential that has yet to be unleashed. So I would love to see Justin Fields get the opportunity to be the starter for QB this year. Well, the starting QB this year for Pittsburgh, because I think he gives the Steelers the best chance to have a winning season this year.